Hello, hello to all my artists out there. Today we are going to learn how to make a handprint sea turtle. So we're going to start with the background, and I'm going to just sketch what would be on my ocean floor. So there's all kinds of unique plants and creatures in the ocean. I'm just going to concentrate what would be on the ground right now. So maybe some rocks, some pretty plants, some seaweed, maybe some coral reef. I threw in a little crab there. When you're done drawing everything you want on the ground, outlined everything with Sharpie, and erase all those extra pencil lines so it looks nice and clean and you are ready to color. So I am using construction paper crayons because they're very smooth and bright. You could use regular crayons or colored pencils. If you're doing this somewhere else, my class is doing construction paper crayons. So color really nice and neatly. And then if you want to add some bubbles or little current waves into your water, you can take a white crayon and draw your bubbles and waves. And you can kind of see here where I put them. The construction papers crayons work really well for this. And then take your blue watercolor paint and paint your water. I'm just painting right over the white crayon, and I'm kind of being careful going around my pretty plants that I drew. But if you colored in really well, it should resist the watercolor paint. All right, so now my paper is nice and dry, and I am ready to do my turtle handprint. So you want it to where your hand is going down. So I'm going to turn my paper upside down to make it easier to print. So we are going to take...
So easier.
Yeah, we're going to take your hand and kind of swirl it around in there and lift it up. Let's look at the palm of it. That looks pretty good. I'm going to kind of smooth some of this out. And then I'm going to add just a few little... This is going to be the turtle shell. So I'm just going to add some little brown spots on it, like so. Kind of give it kind of like a cool little texture there. And now we are going to spread your fingers out, and we're gonna
there's a lot of handprint art.
And then lift up. So now I'm taking my paintbrush, and I'm kind of making the thumbprint a little bit bigger for the head. And then I'm just going to fill in any gaps we might have for the turtle shell. And if your brown paint doesn't turn out, we can always add a couple more spots on the turtle shell. All right, let's let that dry. Okay, so everything is dry, and we are ready to turn this handprint into a turtle. So take your black colored pencil and carefully outline your handprint, making it look like a turtle shape. So I'm outlining the little head, and I'm taking my time, guys, and making nice, bold, pretty black lines around it. Add a little mouth and a little nose. We're gonna wait on the eyes. We're gonna do that later. And then when I go to do my shell, I'm kind of adding a little bit more to my handprint. I want it to look more like a shell shape. So I'm adding a little point at the end for its little tail. And if you need to, bring it out a little bit so you have a rounder shell. We will fill in that gap with some green later on. And outline your legs very nice and carefully. Get those pretty black lines all the way around your turtle. And I'm going to add one more line at the bottom of the shell for a little detail. And then right here, I'm just using a dark green, and I'm shading in the bottom part of the shell to kind of give it a little more interest, make it look more turtle-y. Is that a word? I don't know. I don't think so, but I like to say it anyways. And I'm also filling in any parts of the shell that aren't painted green with my green color pencil. And with the dark green, I'm adding just a little shading. So you're gonna add just a little color value here, wherever you think there would be shadows. So the bottom of the neck and the head, the side of the shell, one side of each leg, just a little shading to give it a little form and a little shadow there. And I'm also using a white and a yellow color pencil to add just a tiny bit of highlighting at the top and on the sides of my turtle. And I just did that very lightly. You don't need a whole lot. And then we just need to do our eyes. So I just took a very tiny bit of white and I just, with my finger, went dab, dab, did a tiny bit of white. And when that is dry, you can use your finger or the end of an old pencil and add your little black pupils into the eyes. And now our sea turtle is all finished. He is so cute. Thanks for joining me in art today. Bye.